Welcome everyone to Dental Hive presents What's Next? Advice and next steps for dental students looking to enter the dental industry. We'll discuss interviews, goal setting, finding the right office culture, and how Dental Hive can help. My name is Felicia, and I'm one of the co-founders of Dental Hive. I got into dentistry 12 years ago after coming from a medical administrative background. I quickly fell in love with the fast pace of a dental office and was managing a practice just 2 years later. I'm currently working as a regional manager in Toronto. My partner Aisling grew up in Ireland, working in a dental office since the age of 12. She's been a dental receptionist, assistant, office manager, and education coordinator. She went to dental school in her late 20s and currently owns 2 offices, also in Toronto. Choosing the right path. When thinking about your path coming out of your program, there are many avenues you can take. It's important to get a sense of what will excite you. That may be working in a specialist office or maybe a smaller family-run clinic. Perhaps you're more interested in ortho. Whatever the case may be, and whatever the position you're in, it's important to do your research, explore, follow accounts that inspire you, talk to people in positions you're interested in, and most importantly, take your time. There's no rush, and you can always change your mind later. When I first started in dentistry, I was mostly an administrative assistant, running around looking for paper charts in the folder office. I quickly realized I needed more. I want to learn about different procedures and sending estimates. I want to create recall protocols and manuals. Sometimes what we envision ourselves doing isn't the same when we're actually in that position. I always suggest shadowing if you have that option too. That way you can see for yourself firsthand if it's the right fit. When embarking on a new career, it's important to set goals for what you hope to achieve for your professional life. Each job you work in will give you something for your resume and help you grow. So remember that even if the job you first enter into isn't the final job you hope to end up in, it's a stepping stone. Make a plan and set out short-term and long-term goals of how you intend to get there. Your interview technically begins from the moment you apply. Your future potential employer will be looking at how you present yourself during this process. Be very professional in your communication. You will be judged on your attention to detail and clear communication in your email, your application, and your resume. When these are all very smooth and put together, it will make you stand out from other candidates. For your resume, you want to make sure you have a clean and crisp layout. Look up sites for templates like Canva. You want to make sure that you're double checking spelling mistakes and grammar. Have a few people in your life proofread your resume for you. Add your LinkedIn profile. This is a professional site where you can showcase your professional life and keep it up to date. This is a great place to add your career story and make it really custom to you. You can keep it separate from your other social media. You also want to avoid using an unprofessional email address. Consider having one for personal and one for work if your personal one is a little funny sounding. Headshots and personal details like date of birth should not be something that affects your job potential, so leave them out. On the other hand, if you have a difficult name pronunciation, put the details in your first contact with the employer. Address is not necessary. If you wish to add something, you can put in your city and province. Avoid giving your whole life story. You want to make sure that your resume fits on one page. Highlight your key skills and relevant history. Give reference contact details on request. Be sure to get consent from who you are listing and give them a heads up if you're applying to a new position. Lastly, don't lie. Your employer will find out about it. It's not good for anybody. When you have everything ready, it's time to start the job hunt. The first step is finding the right job, is knowing what you're looking for. Think of what is important to you in terms of location, hours, travel options, business size, relaxed versus fast pace, dental treatments, and pay rate. Interviews are a time to really show your skills and strength. Your first interview may be virtual or in person, but either way, put your best self forward. Since COVID, lots of introductory interviews are virtual. at least at our office, and I personally love it. We interview anywhere from 5 to 10 people for each position we put an ad out for. And since we are only making 1 to 2 hires usually, it feels more beneficial for both of us as an employer and our candidates as to not waste time coming into the office. Working interviews are a great opportunity to meet in person and see how the candidate fits and vice versa. The most important thing to most employers is whether you are fit in their team. So try to show your personality while still being professional. Top tips for your interview. Show up. No-shows are really common in this field and extremely frustrating. If you receive a job offer elsewhere or are no longer interested in that position, be sure to contact the employer to let them know and thank them for the opportunity. Dentistry is such a small world, and you never know if you wish to apply to this clinic again in the future. You'll have a better chance if you gave them a heads up instead of no-showing. Also know where you are applying to and why you want to work there. Try and find out the office manager's name and the owners. Look at their social media and website to get a real feel for the clinic to make sure it's somewhere you would be happy working. Some common first interview questions. You want to make sure that you prepare some simple answers ahead of time so that you feel more confident. When talking about yourself, the employer wants to know a bit about your work life and surface level personal life. For example, I'm a recent graduate in dental reception. I got into this job because I love interacting with people and customer service. Outside of work, I'm a foodie and I enjoy spending time with my mini poodle. For what is your greatest weakness? Everyone has weaknesses, but we all need to be working toward personal and professional growth. So choose a real weakness and provide an example or two of what you're doing to improve. Are you learning new skills to help, or is it an issue you're constantly taking steps to improve upon? What is the right thing to wear to your interview? The truth is, it depends. Do your research and get a feel for the clinic. Look at their online presence and style. A formal clinic will expect a traditional business look. A relaxed clinic may suit a less formal approach. Your choice of outfit should also reflect you and give a sense of who you are, so don't be afraid to put your personal stamp on it. How to get that money, honey. You want to make sure that you always discuss pay rates during your interview. So before you discuss money, you want to make sure that you do your research. Know the going rate for your position in your area. Get familiar with job postings and salary guides that are available. Provide a range that you're comfortable with, because most of the time you will be offered on the lower end. You can always see if you are offered on the lower end, would you be upset by that? If so, your low end is too low. You can also discuss possibly getting an increase after your probationary period. Be confident and know your worth. Don't bend if you know it's what you deserve. The right employer will be able to see what your worth is. Simple tips for a buzzing interview. So this is for your working interview part. You want to make sure that you'll be early. Check out the commute to the office and try and take it ahead of time just so you know how long it will take to get there. Your potential employer wants to see that you can organize your time well. Like we discussed, you also need to know some of the details of the job you applied for. If you need to ask yourself why you applied, then obviously that's not the right job for you. Ask questions and not just about money. Ask about team dynamics, areas for growth, and social aspects of the clinic. Most importantly, be yourself. Let your personality shine through. For the working interview, you'll usually spend a few hours at the clinic. This is a chance to see if you are the right fit and for you to see if you like the clinic. You should be paid for this, so please confirm the details ahead of time. Also be prepared, know the clinic name, dentist name, opening hours, ask what is appropriate to wear, and again, look how to get there. Give yourself more than enough time. Listen to receptionists, take the first call or welcome the first patient, and then imitate them. Jump right in, answer phones, welcome patients, show your personable skills. Fake it and don't let a patient know it's your first day. Meet your coworkers before then introducing yourself to each person. After you leave, the manager will most likely ask the team about you, so it's great that you leave a good first impression. Also, thank them for the opportunity. What to look for in an office. We have all worked in jobs that don't match your vibe, and it's just not worth it. You will be unhappy very quickly, and your job performance will show. Find a clinic that you love, an employer that inspires you. Does this job fit you as a person? Does it support where you want to go? Do you respect the leadership? It's important to work somewhere that respects its employees. Here are some red flags to look out for. No breaks. We get that dental office is busy, but it's your right to have a 30-minute unpaid break. This may be all together or split up. No systems in place. Protocols make things work smoothly. If there's no systems in place, suggest making them and even start the process. No growth or CE. Continuing education is critical for professional development and personal growth. Clinics that are stagnant will get left behind. After your interview, follow up with your interest 1 to 2 business days after. If you get another job offer, let them know out of professional courtesy. Let's talk about some things we have seen in an ideal candidate and some red flags. We believe that personality is a huge factor in the hiring process. I love speaking with candidates that they can keep a conversation going, answer questions thoughtfully instead of giving 1 or 2 word answers, and that ask questions back. At our dental practices, it's important to make our patients feel comfortable and relaxed. So we love candidates that are cheerful and engaging. Our ideal candidate would also preferably be someone with customer service experience or have gone to school, obviously, for medical or dental. The communication and multitasking skills you learn in those type of environments are so important, especially for fast-paced positions. Some of our best working interviews have shown up early and jumped right in, either answering phones, greeting patients, offering to take x-rays, seat patients, etc. Some red flags for us would be having no interest in the position or our team, not wanting to really get to know anyone or meet anyone, and also if they respond negatively to feedback. Landed the job, now you have 3 months to really impress. Your probation is also a time to learn about your new office and how you like it. It's a two-way street. Remember that we learn from every new experience, so even if it's not the right fit for you, you will gain experience and learn how to handle different situations. Don't wait until the end of the 3 months to determine how this job can get you closer to the goals you want. If there are career development opportunities, go for them. Every new job will have learning curves, so it's best to come prepared and have systems to help you. Write notes, lots of notes. Have a notebook with sections where you write anything that is new to you. For appointments, write anything relevant that you can think of when you book it. Avoid Post-its. Post-its are very old school and can get lost easily. If you can, write digital lists so you can pass them on to whoever needs them. Ask for a manual. Does the office have written procedures you can review? If so, highlight anything you might need clarification on. Set yourself up for success. This includes setting yourself daily, weekly, and monthly goals. There's a big learning curve, and that is to be expected. Set goals in terms of how you wish to progress your skills and add them to your resume when you feel you've mastered them. Bigger tasks can be very hard to get through, so try to break them into more manageable chunks that can be completed daily. Build relationships with colleagues and patients, but stay professional. Collaborate with others and be a team player. Stay away from drama and gossip, as that will usually backfire. Be a leader and support others' successes. No matter your experience, act like the type of leader you would want to have. Personal and professional growth are key to being happy in your job. While you're working, find ways that you can grow. If you have ideas for the clinic, be sure to share them. Show initiative and outline a way that can change and help the office. Be a problem solver. Find courses that interest you and teach you new things. Add to your skill set and update your resume. See if there are ways to progress in the profession. Often a clinic will be happy to support this growth and reward the initiative. At our practice, we do 3, 6, and then reviews at 1 year and annually after that. These reviews for us are not about criticism, but about exchanging feedback, finding ways to grow and succeed together, and helping our staff to grow professionally as well. Now, I would like to introduce you to the Dental Hive app and talk a little about how we think it could be of benefit to those interested in the dental field. Dental Hive is a mobile app built by Ashling and myself. Being in this industry, we have faced the challenges that working in the dental profession can bring. We have also felt the highs of working in a profession that we are passionate about. We wanted to build a meaningful resource for dental professionals. Our mobile platform is designed to bring together and connect all dental professionals, employees and employers for dental jobs, businesses that support dental clinics, and resources for easier day-to-day professional life. We're not a temp agency or a recruiter. We are connectors. We bring all dental professionals together on one platform to connect and grow our profession. Our jobs platform was the first feature to launch because it was the most needed by dental professionals. Clinics were looking a way to save money on job ads and still find qualified candidates, and job seekers were getting lost in the sea of resumes on bigger job platforms. Being able to have users obtain badges based on qualifications and be matched to clinics that have positive working environments was very important to us. Some great features on Dental Hive. We have a great co-op feature and pre-dental feature for those looking to do a placement or before you go to school for dentistry, if you're just looking to see if the industry might be for you. Also on Dental Hive, your resume won't get lost like in other job searching platforms. Messages pop right up on your phone. We're also compatible with Apple Watch. The app is growing over time to be more of a community. Just being part of a network and following us on Instagram, you'll get tons of giveaways, access to tons of giveaways, course recommendations, and of course, jobs. Being able to provide feedback to the office you interviewed at. Interviewing is a two-way street. You need to make sure the office is right for you, and being able to rate offices and give feedback to them about why they weren't the right fit for you will help them grow, and we're all about growth. Using it is fairly easy. It's free to register your profile. So upload your resume and your license. You can put in an email and we can do a soft check on your reference verification. You can search, match, apply to jobs. You can connect via Messenger, schedule interviews, and then rate employers afterwards. We want you to find your hive. Follow our Instagram, dentalhive.ca, for monthly competitions, professional advice, and of course, course recommendations. As well, we have a great ambassador program. Thank you so much for listening. We hope that's been informative, and we'd love to get your feedback. If you have any questions or comments, you can email us at any time at hello@dentalhive.ca.